doing some thinking. Life's hard, man. And it's not easy for anybody. Um, there was moments yesterday when, actually it's pretty solid all day yesterday, that I thought about when it's my time to go, you know. Um, and I thought that I've got something to look forward to when that happens. I got stuff to look forward to here too, but like, you know, I don't want this to glorify any kind of suicidal tendencies because I'm completely against that. I know the pain that it causes directly to the people that are around someone when they do it, you know, because my wife committed suicide right in front of me, and it shattered me, broke my heart in a million pieces, and I haven't been the same since. But one thing that it did do is it took the fear of death away from me. Like I'm not afraid of death anymore. Where exactly psychologically that came from, I don't know. But I know that like it doesn't scare me at all. Some days it feels like it might be a relief, you know, to have that part of my life happen. You know, because it is a part of life. It will happen. It happens to all of us. I'm not rushing it. I'm not slowing it down. I'm just living in the moment and the day, and fully experiencing the things that I feel, not putting right or wrong labels on them. And yesterday was one of those days where I realized that I had something to look forward to in that situation, and it was that I would see my wife again. Hey, and so it didn't, it doesn't scare me. Uh, it's actually, it's almost a relief sometimes. And I may be really depressed right now, which is possible, you know, considering my situation and everything that I had went through, losing my wife. So I know that that's a real possibility, and I may need to seek some type of counseling again. I fired my counselors and my therapist the last time. You know, because I felt like there was nothing more that they could do. Like this was something that I had to walk through, and it was something that like no one could help me with. And I wasn't going to take medication because I seen what it did to my wife. Not saying that that's the case for everybody. I'm not saying that. You know, all I know is for me, like I don't think that that's the answer. I think the answer is to fight through this and as best I can, and in the most non-problematic way that I can, you know. And I don't always deal with everything how everybody else does, but I do my best, you know. I do my best trying to get through things, and you know, it's been hard. My life has been very difficult since my wife passed. You know, 2 days after she passed away, I tore a tendon off of my ankle, and now I have to wrap my ankle. I had a tendon that went down the back side of my ankle and attached to the top of my foot, and it tore off the bone, and so now it flops around like a rubber band every time I push off my toe. And so I was like almost crippled after my wife passed away by that. And then just dealing with the agony of losing my wife and the manner that I lost her. But I know I'm a warrior, and there's never not been a day that I didn't fight through something. I learned ways around things sometimes, but you know, I didn't graduate high school, but like I continued to learn in life. I didn't completely give up on learning things. I altered my route. And that's what I do in life. I find ways through things. I alter things. I wasn't a good student. I wasn't good academically, and school wasn't for me. I had a really hard time with some things in school, and but that didn't mean that I was a dumbass. I put a nail apron on and learned stuff. I put an electrician's pouch on, and I learned how to do electrical work. And you can't be a dummy learning how to do that stuff. And not only that, but like you get your ass killed doing that kind of work, so you have to pay attention. You have to pay attention. Anyways, so I don't want this video to be all gloomy, and but I've been struggling, and there were things about my wife's suicide that impacted my life in a way that I don't feel I'll ever be the same person again. Some negative ways that I fight with every day, and then some positive ways. I'm sober now. My wife saved my life. Um, she always saved me. She was such a loving person, such a good person, man. I've learned a lot from Carly. You know, at the times that she struggled the most, she still loved everybody around her. And unfortunately, she came to a place to where she felt like she had no other moves to make, and you know, but I know that she's in a good place. She's come to me in dreams, and has let me know that she's okay and that she's in a good place. And I've had all types of you know mystical experiences after my wife passed away, that let me know that there's so much more to life, that caused me not to be afraid of death. Um, you know, I know that I will see my wife on the other side of this, and so like that's another thing that makes death not a scary thing for me. But without being too morbid, uh, about that kind of thing, I know that I'm here in life right now. I'm in this life, and I'm gonna live it. But I understand that death is always just right here, right over the back of my shoulder. Anytime it could happen. Um, I'm not afraid of that anymore. I'm not. It's gone. And, it's almost like, I feel like the Vikings, like when they talk about, the Hala or whatever, it's like, I feel like it's going to be the next part of my life. And so it's not the death of this as we know it is final, but I feel like afterwards it's not. I'm not glorifying death, you know. I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying that it's a natural part of life, and I'd be a fool if I didn't think that it was just right there. Because it's like that for all of us. But grounded in this reality, I'm going to work and fight my way through this until it's my time. I don't really know what else to say right now, but I do know that I'm going through a lot, and I know that there are other people that love Carly, and they're going through a lot too, and you know, my heart goes out to everybody that is sharing this pain, you know. It's not easy. It's not easy, and I know it's not. And you know, I just, you know, I want us to all experience the beauty on the other side of all this, because I know that there is. You know, I know that, you know, like I said before, Carly's death has impacted my life in a way that created a lot of things to be understood, a lot of learning lessons to get through, and I became a stronger person. I'm sober, like I said, and you know, I've become a more compassionate person, and you know, I've learned how to pay attention more to people, and to any regret that I had after my wife passed away. You know, I used them all as guides to steer me in a direction of tolerance, patience, love, and self-searching for myself, and just an all-around general goodness of living. And so it's helped me in those areas, you know. And it's given me some other things to work through that aren't as positive right now, but maybe in the end they will be. And I do these videos so that I can help someone else, you know. And I know that, like, I may not be the best person to get advice from. I have my own way of looking at the world, just as we all do, but I know that, like, we all have to fight through this, you know. You should never give up on any of it, and there's always ways around things. If there's a hurdle too high, or a wall too thick to bust through, or you know, a problem too hard to solve, like, there's other ways around things, you know, which is it's a problem in itself to solve sometimes, but, you know, to find a way around things. But you know, there are other ways around things. There's, you know, multiple ways to deal with things. And I don't think that any one way is the right way. You know, I think that we handle stuff the way we handle with what we have, you know. And anyway, so I've been talking a little too long. That's 14 minutes. It's way too long. Got to redo it.